right? Fucked him up. He ain't all the way back yet.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you believe Princess Diana is actually able to and I'm only asking this again because of a medium, able to reach out to our people in the spiritual realm to kind of give them some type of guidance on what's actually going on
Princess
with
Diana
the...
is called a white witch.
Okay.
She a bad motherfucker. She wasn't in that car.
She said that too.
MI5 was tasked with killing her. MI6 was tasked with protecting her. MI6 sent the decoy and took Diana out the back of the hotel because they knew the hit was on. So the lookalike don't even look like Diana. She just had a blind wig on, and they had her looking down when she was walking to the car, so they couldn't see her face. That's how they extracted her.
Okay. I'm just over here. All right. That's what's up. So if y'all don't have any more questions, I'm gonna let Rod have the rest of his evening, and I'm gonna end this live stream. I want to say thank you, Rod. Most definitely, you have. I know I kind of took it in a different realm, but that's only because I know who my listeners are. Mm-hmm. And I wanted them to be able to ask you questions that they might not necessarily hear the answers from on other platforms that you are able to speak on, or that people bring you on. I wanted to kind of change it up a little bit and just us be us, but allow you to be you and allow them to
well, we didn't really have a topic. We was just coming over here for some real talk with Drea.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He asked me, he said, well, what do you want to talk about? I said, I really want to do a Q&A. Just, whatever they want to ask. And I'm asking some questions, and that's just what it is. So yeah. I'm thoroughly, people are saying this was amazing. They're really excited about it. I'm showing there's so much gratitude right now for even just blessing my platform and being here. I thank you for that.
Appreciate you. Make my eyes happy.
Before saying thank you so much. Thank y'all for coming on with us and engaging with us, and asking questions and building, participating, things like that. We're gonna do some more of this. But definitely I wanted Rod to come on because this is my brother, my friend, a God. I just really respect him. And so I asked him, and he's like, of course. So it was just, I don't know, I'm thankful.
Well, I'm always grateful to come in and talk to one of the sisters, especially one of the divine feminine. I ain't got to argue with. I ain't got to call you no colorful words or nothing.
Oh, this is what I got before ending this off. What is it that the men can do in our community amongst people that are us and that look like us, and as well as the goddesses? Well, the gods and the goddesses, what is it that they can do? What is it that we can do collectively to help with the movement of our people and going further?
The first thing y'all have to do is understand this shit is over with. Second thing that follows that is stop supporting the dead system. You sending your children to this fake education system, but this is where they stealing our babies from. They catching them on the way to and from school, and all of them don't hit the news. Most of them don't hit the news. If they don't got blonde hair and blue eyes, it's almost impossible for them to hit the news. But they taking our children going to and from school. They miseducating them in school on purpose. The curriculum is designed to dumb them down. So what we need to start doing in the community is take control of our children's education by formulating homeschooling groups first. Stop using the public system. Shut that bitch down for the mistreatment and the miseducation of the youth. That's the biggest deal right now besides the workforce. Mm-hmm. Right? So I walked off my job because the shit was foul. It wasn't right. And they had us under those contracts. and I ain't with the bullshit, right? So when I seen the fix was in, I was out. But a lot of people scared to walk away from their jobs, but it's okay because the economy gonna collapse so bad you ain't gonna have no job to go to.
Mm-hmm.
The Pope calling in the money is watch that shit. Watch what the stock market is doing as they funneling money back to the Vatican in real time. Every day, trillions or billions of dollars a day is going back to the Vatican, right? The brothers need to be aware that there are people trying to take the women and harm them in order to keep this shit dragged out. They're trying to take the children for the same reason. The bloodletting rituals that they was trying to do has been greatly interrupted, but it hasn't came to a complete stop. They still have small pockets of adrenochrome shots that haven't been located yet because you can smell it in the atmosphere. The other thing is the sisters. Ground your energy to the earth. Put your bare feet on Mother Earth, not the concrete, not the blacktop, the earth, the grass, the soil, the gravel, the sand, the water, ground out with the earth. And she gonna start telling y'all where y'all need to be. The more y'all do it, the more of y'all wake up. Every time a sister heal herself, she heal 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So keep focusing on your shadow work. The shit you don't like other people do, make sure you don't do that. Everybody that get on your nerves, use them for a mirror to make sure you're not doing the same shit that's annoying to you, to other people. That's the beginning of shadow work. Once you get that part down, the rest of it gonna go on autopilot, and you'll start cleaning up all of the shit that you was miseducated about yourself. Right? So keep the yoni sacred. Beware of those that's trying to desecrate the holy places by removing mammary glands and uteruses. And remember, most of these niggas talk about they woke. All they trying to do is be a pulpit pimp like the old preachers used to be. So I think that's about it. But this shit about to come tumbling down.
It's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful time to be alive, y'all, in this realm anyway.
Yeah. And don't fall for the fear mongering. Ain't nothing to fear from here. They can't do nothing now worse than what's already been done.
Mm-hmm.
The shit they already did is worse than anything they could do from here forward.
So you heard it from the man. Wait, what you call yourself? Remember when we was talking about they was talking about GD or Gangster Disciples? What'd you call yourself?
Growth and development.
Yeah, it wasn't growth and development. You said you called yourself something. You have like some nickname.
I got a couple of them, but it might be the SikApe because that's my new Instagram is the SikApe. THESIK. Yeah, THESIKAPE.
Well, you heard it.
SikApe is an acronym. Soldiers and Illuminati are present everywhere.
Okay.
Outlaws in this bitch.
I'm hearing it. Somebody dropped gorillas. All right. Well, y'all, we finna go. Have a great rest of the evening. Thank you, Ryan. You know me and you, this ain't the end of us, but it's the end of this live. So it was great building with y'all, and everybody have a good evening, a good night, a good next day. I'm going to the farmer's market tomorrow. Hopefully I find some seeded fruit.
Oh, when you brought up the fruit, the food shortage cause is the removal of GMOs from the market. All GMOs have to go. That's a direct order from the Queen of Heaven and Earth. That's what you see in the food shortage is coming. Okay. They're getting rid of all of the GMO shit. That's why they had all of these slaughterhouses burning up, warehouses catching on fire and shit. Cows dropping dead. They're not dropping dead. The GMOs got to go. The GMOs is what's killing us internally slowly. So that shit got to get off the market. So in the process, it's going to leave a vacuum in the available food supply. So get your seeds and plant you something next year. But
Yeah.
it might be too late for a lot of people because we only gonna have like a 60-day drought at the most before we start ramping back under the new system.
Okay.
And learn family banking. I can't stress that enough. If you want to get your family inheritance, learn family banking and try to connect with at least one family member a week or a day that you never spoke to before, because y'all gonna need each other. When y'all trace back to a common matriarch, all of the ones that fall under that banner is gonna have to get along or don't get y'all shit. So y'all gonna have to figure that out between the family members. Y'all niggas gonna get along, y'all gonna find some goddamn unity, or y'all gonna be the motherfucking poverty motherfuckers.
You heard him. You know I'm gonna get with you because I need more one-on-one about what you was talking about with these family banks. Because guess what? It's crazy you said that because Jules been dropped to me that I'm gonna have a bank. So that's why I was just like, okay.
That's called a confirmation knock right there.
Exactly, that part.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So all right, y'all. Well, we're going to end this live stream. It was so much love. Thank you. Appreciate you. So much gratitude. Gratitude to Mother, our ancestors, and Rod Hayes for being here. So
thanks, Dre. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Peace. Peace, y'all.
The Yugoslavia, Swedes, these people came here to assist the cleanup. They came here by order of something called Ashtar Command. Then you had another group that had both dark-skinned and light-skinned travelers, and they called the Procyones from the place of Procyon. And they came in to assist with the cleanup. So when you see all of the people all of the demons that Solomon is commissioning to build his temple, the temple of man, it's the genetic cleanup. You will find that they all have a different role, a different job, a different part of the cleanup. They're going to tell you what genetic defect is there. That's that demon, what they call a demon, one of the demons, the spirits that Solomon is controlling, is the outer order signature of the DNA. And so this codon has to have a ruler. So then they ask him, what angel restricts you? The angel that he speak of is, it's not really a being outside of itself. He's talking about what ray of light will heal this defect. So that the angel has to tell him, or the demon has to tell him what angel or what order. You gotta keep the man, order is very necessary. Order. So what order of angel are you under? The order or the restriction or the rule come from this angel. It tells you right there in the judgments of Solomon why he's commissioning them to build the temple. All right, now, this genetic cleanup and this genetic mess, you can see when you look at the annals of the American so-called slaves, you'll see that they were, the slave master was raping the women, making babies by them, raping the babies, making more babies by them. Now, this is the most vile thing. If you would have went to Africa at that time and tried to get Africans to do that, they would have never did it. The moral code and the moral standard was to how the Africans wouldn't have did that. Now, these Europeans that done it, they knew the ones that was here that was overseeing what you call a plantation, which was actually a POW camp, because the war fell into Africa and spilled out of Europe. It wasn't ever supposed to spill out of Europe because the Via kings or the substitute kings, the vice lords, the Via lords, the ones that came over here as Vikings, who were actually Templars, who came over here with the Grail or the blood of the Holy Grail. When they came over here, this part of the world was supposed to be off limits. And this is when the world is flat and you're going to sail off the end of the earth came from. there was the story told to keep the European from ever crossing the water, because this over here was for the last mile of the way, the greatest part of the cleanup. But remember, we're talking about a people that's clairvoyant. So for surety, your children will be afflicted in a foreign land for 400 years. So they had to be clairvoyant to see that. They seen the future. And so the ruler gods that came over here, and Enlil came first. And he was trying to catch Scotta. Now, the Scots know who I'm talking about. When you get to the American South and you read about Maman Bridget is, they call her Mother Bridget. In the voodoo culture, nobody knows where this white woman come from and what she's doing there. All they know is she Irish. They don't know nothing else about her. And she's married to Beryl LaCroix. Well, this is your remembrance of a Loa, or a ancestral force or spirit. It's called the Loa in Africa. This Loa that they call Maman Bridget is the redhead princess who would give birth to the son, who would be the patron saint of the mixed seed, the orphan of all nature. Now, in Greece, he was called Orpheus. And all this stuff is easy to look up. It's like none of this stuff that I'm saying difficult to find. And as I'm laying it out, you see. So he was called Orpheus. And he was to look over the children. Now notice, Orpheus, when you put an N on it, Morpheus, meaning one who transforms, a shapeshifter. Keep that in mind. Now, I'm going to leave that alone because I got to get back to the Catholic Church. The Pope sitting in the place of the Madonna. We sitting here acting like he's in drag. Now, I got to point that out. In Egypt, men wore loincloths for a purpose, a ritualistic purpose, and it was a reminder of the role of the creator women gods. And so they wore it, and they call it an apron, but it's a loincloth, and it was a reminder of what took place. All right, so this is all about the future generations, which is now, being able to look back into the history books and say this is what happened. Everybody not going to be able to do it because of the way that it's broke up, spread out, misinformation, disinformation. So anybody that aspired to do it have to go through a process of what they call raised and passed. This is why your Bible is broke up into books, chapters, and verses, because this is not a book for public dissemination. Anytime you see a book that's broke up into books, chapters, and verses in one text, it's not for everybody. It's what you call an initiation rite. Any society you go in, they're going to have initiation rites and ranks of initiation. So your Bible was that. Now, you don't have to go back very far just to right before Martin Luther became the Protestant. And you'll realize that everybody was not allowed to have a Bible, only the priests. Only the priest was allowed to have a Bible. Martin Luther rebelled partially because everybody couldn't have a Bible. Now, in the early 1900s, you get a story written by Khalil Gibran called John the Madman, where John the Madman was just happened to be a little quiet farmer who had his own Bible. And he was using that to express how the church oppressed people and kept them out of having their own access to the divine. But anyway, so when Constantine put the Pope in power, now notice, they use a verse out of the New Testament as the commission of the Pope. And it said to Peter, now this is supposed to be Christ talking, on this rock I build my house. Now the Catholic Church say that's Peter being told, because rock and Peter is supposed to be the same word. But Peter is the Greek word for father, which is, Peter is pater, which is father, which is why they called her Catholic priest father after Peter. Now, what did Peter do? What did Peter do? Peter denied the Christ 3 times before the rooster crowed. What does that mean? Judaism, the Father denied her. Christianity, the Father denied her. Islam, the Father denied her. This is the dawning of the new day where the rooster crowed. And the Father has denied her through all of the three monotheistic doctrines. Though she has been present the whole time, he has written her out of the Old Testament, and he turned her into a ghost in the New Testament, and he has totally subjugated her and completely veiled her in the Quran. 3 times before the rooster crow. The truth gonna come out, and we gonna know that the queen of heaven and earth is only one. So I don't care which one of you roosters want to crow. I'm going to set the record straight. So the punishment came in the holy drama, which is the war horse and set. It is a court case. It's an adjudication. That's what it is. It is a resolution of a transgression. Now notice you see in the story, there's Osiris, Isis, and Horus.